All right, this is what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to do a Inventor drawing, and this is going to be on techniques and applications. It's going to be a multi-view drawing. We're going to work on the slide base. So what do I need to do is I need to share a screen. Let's go right here. I'm going to share this screen. I'm going to click on my Inventor icon. See if this Inventor comes up. Sometimes this comes into a start screen menu and then a learn screen menu too. And you could do either or. I mean, if you want to learn, you go ahead and click on the learn, and it has a couple of videos for you guys to watch maybe. And then you can go ahead and learn a little bit about what Inventor's about. But here's the screen. You guys need to be quiet, please. Okay, here's the screen. There's some other drawings on here. Now this didn't come up as a learn, but let me go, and I'm going to do a drawing. So here's 4 different drawings that I can do. Okay, I can do a part file. I can do a drawing, which is I'm going to put it on a piece of paper. I'm going to do an assembly where I can take a bunch of these little parts and put them together in an assembly, or I can do a presentation drawing, and maybe an animation to show you how things work. Maybe a V8 engine, you know, how the cylinders go up and down, and so on and so forth. That's kind of a presentation, and this is a drawing. So here's an assembly. Here's a part file, right? Here is a drawing file, okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to start off with just a part file. So if I click on part, double click it, okay, and it's going to come up to a drawing screen. And I'm going to try to do, let me just see, I'm going to show you the drawing that I'm going to do. It is going to be this drawing right here. This is the slide base, and it is on page 127 of the old orange book, figure 756, number 1. All right, so let me go ahead and do that. Here's the drawing screen. You have menus just like AutoCAD, pull down menus, you have ribbon bars, and this is a history over here. All right, you have different parts over here. You have part 1, part 2. I mean, these are different part files that you're going to do. Because maybe I opened up a couple of other drawings already and didn't do anything with them, just closed them out. That's why they're there. So what we're going to do to start, we're going to sketch. So we're going to sketch. Here comes up some planes. This is a YZ plane. This is a XY plane, and this is a XZ plane. So we can draw on any one of these planes to produce a drawing. Okay. So what happens is when we draw a 3D object, we draw it in space. And what we're going to do is end up extruding. But what I want you guys to do is go to the XY plane, and you're going to click on it. And when you click on it, this drawing area comes up. Okay. And this is the 0, 0. And then we're going to draw in the upper right-hand quadrant. So what I like to do is just drag this down a little bit, and then I can go ahead and sketch. So what I want to try to do is I want to sketch a profile of this object. And the object, let's just go ahead, and I'm going to go from here, start 0, all right? Okay, so I'm going to go out to 0. I'm going to go, this drawing is 4.5 inches long. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to type in 4.5, enter. Okay, so then I'm going to zoom back out. That should be 4.5. The height of this drawing is 0.75, 3/4. So let's go 0.75, enter. Okay, this drawing comes over here. All right, how far? It is, well, if that is 5/8, 5/8 minus 4.5 is going to be 3 7/8. So if I go 3-7/8, enter. Okay. Uh-oh, that was wrong. Let's exit that out. So let me just type, let me see if I can click in this, right? And I can type in 3. Let me see, I'm doing something wrong here. So I think what happens is 3 dash, if I just go 3 7/8. So what I want to do is actually, I'm going to get a decimal equivalent chart in the back of my book, and I'm going to type in 7/8 that way. So 7/8 is, if I look in the back of my book, is 0.875. So what I want to do is go 3.875, enter. There it is, okay? So now I'm going to draw a line, and let's just draw it from here up. The total, the height of this object is, it says 1.5 to the center, but then it's a 3/4 radius. So 1.5 plus 3/4 is 2.25. So let's go 2.25, enter, okay? And then this line from here is 5/8, like we said. So 5/8, if I do 5/8 in a decimal too, and I look in the back of my book, on the back of my book, the orange book, if it's page 473, I look at 5/8 because it's easier just to type in the decimal rather than the fraction itself. Let's go, 5/8 is 0.625. So let's go 0.625, enter. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to close that out. Okay, so now what I have in front of me is a profile. Now, any one of these dimensions I can change. So this is 3.875, this is 0.75. But watch, I can click on this. I can click on this and type in, let's go 0.5. See what happens. Okay, see that? I change it. Okay, but I can click on that. Again, I want 0.75. So sometimes what happens is you sketch a profile and then you go back in and you click all the numbers and you make them what they're supposed to be. Okay, but I try to make the numbers what they are right out of the box. So now let's go ahead and finish that sketch. All right, now that's a sketch and that's a profile of this object that I've drawn. Now, what I want to do is I want to make this 3D. So I'm going to extrude. The only way I can extrude is if that profile is totally enclosed. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get this going back in this direction. There's an arrow there I can push and pull. Okay, here comes a little dialog box up for my extrusion process. Okay, and there's a bunch of different things: profile, sketch plane, all kinds of different things. If I click on this, if I click on this, it goes the other way. I click on this, it splits it in half. If I click on this, this is asymmetrical, meaning that I can give a distance this way and give a distance that way, or I can make it symmetrical where it's even on both sides, okay? The distance, and what I want to do is I want to get it going in one direction, and I want the distance to be what it says, 2.25. So 2.25, enter, all right? And that's that distance, okay? So now what do I need to do? There's a circle in here, or a hole in here, there's a hole in here, and then there's also it looks like a radius around here. And then I got to cut some of that stuff out. So let's just do this. I'm going to sketch something else right here. So I'm going to go to sketch, and I want to sketch on this surface right here. So now it comes up just like that, and it goes in 3/8. So let me just go. I'm going to do a line. I'm going to go in 3/8, 0.375. Let's go 0.37. Let's go 0.375. Enter. Okay. Now there's an angle that goes up at 60 degrees, okay? So let me just go this. I'm going to, rather than know the distance, actually, let's go, what's that going to be, 60 degrees. If I go from here up 60 degrees, that is 180. 60 is going to be 120, okay? So I'm going to hit Tab, and I'm going to hit 120, enter. 120, okay? So not right now, that's 120, okay? It's 120, but this distance right here is 60, okay? So let me do this. I want to go back over here. I'm going to draw another line. What I'm trying to do is draw a profile, and I want 3/8 here, 0.375, enter, okay? And I'm going to go up, and I'm going to do 60 degrees off of this. This is 180, so 60, that's going to be 120 again. So let's hit Tab. I hit Tab, right? Because I want to get to the 120 degree, and I'm going to type in 120, and I'm going to hit enter, and there it is. Now what I need to do is I need to draw a line across here. How high is that? It says it's 5/16. Does say it's 5/16 high. Okay. So I'm going to go, let's go from here. Let's go up 5/16. 5/16 and a decimal. I'm not so sure I know that one right off my top of my head. So let's just go look. Page 473. 5/16 is 0.3125. So let's go 0.3125. That's 5/16. Enter. Okay. I'm going to draw a line, and I'm going to just draw a line out here. I'm going to do that. So what I want to do is I'm sketching this object, and what I'm doing is this is part of a construction line. I really don't need this line over here. This is what I need, this piece right here. So what I can do too, I believe I can trim. So let's just trim this off, trim this off, trim this off, trim this off. Let's trim that. Okay, so it's not letting me trim it because it has a dimension on it already. So if I delete that dimension, if I delete this dimension, delete, I really don't need the dimension, so I can delete those. All right, and then I think I can probably, let's see if I can trim now. Trim, get rid of that. Trim, get rid of that. Let's trim, maybe not, it's not going to let me do that. Okay, because it has a dimension, cancel. So if I get rid of these dimensions, let's go exit. Okay, let's select that dimension, delete, select this dimension, delete. Okay, and now let's trim this, trim. Okay, trim that line. Okay, right now, so that's my little channel that goes through that object. So I'm going to draw a line from here to here. Okay, and then hit enter. Okay, and then exit. Okay, so now what I have here is this is what I want to extrude. Okay, so I, drew a couple lines up here, did the, a couple lines out here, trying to construct this object right here. So this is what I'm going to extrude. I finish my sketch, okay, and I go to extrude, and I pick that, and now I can again grab this arrow and go all the way through and then be done. Okay, now the whole total object is 4.5, so I can type in here 4.25, I think it is. Yeah, 4.5, 4.5, enter. Okay, and there it is. And I can take this little button over here. This is my view cube, and I can roll that around, and that's what the bottom of that looks like. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to go ahead. Let's just go to home button right here. That's my home. So what I want to do is now I want to put a hole in the middle of this. I'm going to go to sketch, click this surface right here. And what do I need to do? I need to put a hole in here somewhere, but I also need to, I'm sketching. I need to find out where that hole is. So if I go from here, and I go 1 7/8. Actually, let me do this. If I go here, okay, let's go, does this pick a middle? I think it does. Look at that. So if that's the middle and I go straight line, let's go 1 7/8. And 1 7/8 is going to be 1.875. Let's go 1.875, enter. Okay, now that should be the center of that hole. I can go ahead and do a circle. Go right here, and I'm going to type in. Now that is, looks like a diameter. Okay, but 3/4 drill is a diameter. So if I type in 0.75, enter. That's it. Okay, exit. Now again, let's just get rid of this. Pick this line and get rid of this. Delete that first, then delete that. Okay, this is a circle. Okay, if I finish that sketch, what am I going to do? Extrude. Pick that and extrude it. Let's go in the other direction. Okay, and that is going to go through. It's only going to go through part of that 5/16 minus 3/4. It doesn't matter. I can just type in 0.75 and it's good. 4.5. Let's go 0.75. Okay, and it goes through that whole thing. And that's that. Okay, now I got to do this. I'm going to do a sketch on this surface up here too. So let's go sketch on this thing. Okay, and now I'm going to put a hole in here somewhere. I got to do a couple of them. Okay, so let's go. That hole, it says 3/4 drill 2 holes. So if I go line, let's see, right there's the center point. And how far down is that going to go? It says 3/4. So let's go get that going straight. Let's go 0.75, enter. Okay. And I'm going to do a circle right there. right there, and that is going to be 3/4 drill. So let's go 0.75 there. Enter. Enter. Okay, hit enter twice. Okay, and I can take this and delete that. All right, and I can extrude that. Let's go ahead and extrude it and see what happens. Okay, so extrude, pick that, draw that through, or I can say because that's what is that? 0.58. So I can go 5/8, and 5/8 is 625, I believe. So I can type in 0.625, enter, and that's that hole. Okay, again, if I go to my view cube over here, view and go orbit, I can see what that's shaping up to be. Okay, and I can go here. All right, so I still need to do a sketch on this side to finish this thing off. So let's go sketch. Let's get rid of my cube. Get rid of that cube. Sketch on this surface. I can use that center hole. Now, the outside of that is 3/4 radius. Okay, so I'm going to do radius. 3/4 radius. 3/4 radius is going to be 1.5 inches diameter. So I can just do diameter. Let's just do that. But once I do that, I think I can go. Where can I go here? There is a way to change that to center point. No. Let's go center point line, 2 point. Where is there? There is a way to go to radius, to change that to radius. I'm kind of forgetting how to do that, but certainly I can let you go. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to find center point. I want to do a circle. Where is that center point? It's not clicking into the center point. So if I go here, that's the center. And I go, that's not what I want to do. Let's just do this. I'm going to draw a line from the center point here. And this is going to go down 0.75, right? 0.75, enter, enter. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and draw a circle from here, and it's going to be right to there. That's actually 1.5, so I just click that. Now I need a line that goes from here to the edge of this tangent. Let's see if I can go from a line from here to tangent. See how that little tangent thing comes up? Let's click that. That's tangent. That's that little tangent mark. So that means that that's touching the outside edge of that. So let's go exit. Let's do another one on this side. Let's go here. Let's go tangent. Get that thing to come up right there. Click that. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to get rid of this part right here. Okay, so I do have to clean this up, and I have to enclose this thing in order to extrude it. Everything has to be totally enclosed before you can extrude it. So what I want to do is clean this up. I got to trim, get rid of this part. Okay, I can get rid of this. Because it has a dimension, if I delete this dimension, let's exit. If I delete this dimension, delete, then I can delete this line. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to draw a line from here to here, and then also pick a line from here to here. Now this area right here should be enclosed. I also want to do the same for this side. So from here to here, and then another line, pick from here to here, okay? And now I have that totally enclosed. So if I finish that sketch right here, finish that sketch, I'm gonna go ahead and try to extrude. So if I go to extrude, and hopefully this works, extrude that part, let's go this direction, okay? Extrude that part, that direction too, let's go okay. And there's my completed object, okay? So if I go to my orbit, I'm just gonna go ahead and roll that around, okay? And that's what that is. I can get rid of my view cube, go to home, and that's my drawing. And that's it, and it's done, okay? I'm gonna go file, make sure we save. I'm gonna save as. I'm gonna go to my server, Langendorfer, let's go. This is gonna be a drafting shop. This is gonna be drafting 1. This is going to be a 3-view drawing, okay? And this is an what is it? Did I do this before? This is slide base. Looks like, nope, slide base isn't in there, okay? So I can go ahead and type in slide base. slide base, okay? And then save. And there that is, okay? And that's that drawing in its entirety. Hopefully we got that done. Let's go. And I'm going to go ahead and post this so you guys can go ahead and do this. So let's go. Bam. Good luck.